Heyo Friendos, and welcome back to the beauty train wreck you cannot look away from. In today's video, I am ecstatic because I have something I've been wanting to share with you guys for a while. I wanted to test this out on my skin first, see how it performs before I told you how I feel about it. So today I am going to be talking about the brand new Dedcool X Youth to the People collaboration. This is Cosmic Release. It's here for a limited time only, and I'm here to tell you about it. If you're excited, please go ahead, hit subscribe, and friendos, just stay tuned. So friendos, here she is, Cosmic Release. You can see the packaging is different from the normal Dedcool packaging. This is what the regular Dedcool packaging looks like. It's the same for pretty much all of their perfumes. You just have a different label on the outside. And this is Cosmic Release. This is not my first time taking it out of the bottle. Everyone in the house has been testing this, including myself, over the last few days. And remember, there's some considerations with this perfume. So the first thing, this perfume costs more than their regular 1.7 fluid ounce perfumes. You can either get the travel size or you can get the full size. What you're looking at today is the full 1.7 fluid ounces. And again, this one retails for $100, whereas their other fragrances all retail for $90 for the same amount. Another reason why you might have some hesitation over purchasing this one is non-refundable and you do not get a sample size with this beforehand. Now, normally when you purchase from Dedcool, you will get a free little travel size or sample size of the fragrance that you are purchasing for you to try out before you open up your bottle. So you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's the size that they include in the little mini samplers. So you'll get a sample size about this big for you to try out first. If for any reason you don't like it, well then you can return the fragrance that you've purchased and get a refund. With Cosmic Release, that guarantee is not available. So if you purchase it, you gotta keep it or give it away. You can't get your money back. So if you clicked on this video, I really want to help you guys out. If you are struggling, if you are on the fence and you want to hear an in-depth description of this perfume, well, that's what we're about to get into. So I'm heading to the Dedcool site for all the details. And it says, meet Cosmic Release, our first ever fragrance created with our friends at Youth to the People. This elevating fragrance unites notes of violet leaf, vetiver, and cedar, and is designed to connect you to the now and encourage you to rise to your highest self. Friends, let me tell you, I tried this out and my highest self is yet to come. So the notes are top, jasmine, rose, violet, rosemary. Middle is amorous, cyprio, vetiver. And at bottom, we have musk, amber, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, and oud. What do I smell? How strong is it on the skin? And does it leave a sillage? Okay, let's get into that now. So right from the get-go, the vibe is so zen. This is a very calming fragrance. And I would say this one leans a tad bit masculine. Dedcool prides themselves on being genderless and being appropriate for both sexes. I tend to agree with that. It's not so masculine that I feel awkward wearing it. I wear men's fragrances all the time anyways. Do what you want to do. You do you. I don't think that the majority of my viewers would feel awkward wearing this fragrance. Just know that it does lean a tad bit masculine. So what comes at you with a punch is that vetiver. Now, if you've never smelled vetiver before, if you don't know what it is, the way that I normally describe it to people in the fragrance world is imagine if lavender lost its floral notes and you were left with a woody lavender. That's what you're gonna get. Anytime that you smell it, it's very calming. It puts you in a state of clarity. At least that's what it does for me. You're also getting cedar. For me, if I'm looking for clarity, if I'm looking for peace of mind, cedar is a note that I will gravitate to. Now, the violet and the rose, they're kind of silent partners here. I smell a slight tinge of the jasmine, but that doesn't really stay with you throughout the day. After the opening dries down, you definitely can smell the rosemary come through along with the cedar, and the vetiver stays. And it makes for this beautiful, leathery, calming, gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Now, this does sit close to the skin, and a lot of these ingredients aren't really detectable. It's not that they're not there. They're absolutely there, but they're in the background. They're off having their own party. The things that I don't smell in this, at least not prominently, is patchouli. I don't smell the patchouli at all. I do smell the sandalwood. I smell the oud, the cedar, the amber. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The ingredient Cyprio. I looked this up. I have no idea what this is. Apparently no one on the internet does either. I'm wondering if this is something that was spelled wrong. If you're wondering, what is amyris? Well, amyris is also known as torchwood. It's what they use in South American countries. You guys know the movies where they're carrying torches. What wood do they set on fire? It's this wood that's in the fragrance. Again, the rose and the violet are so subtle. They're very, very subtle. So I do love the tranquilizing effect of this perfume, but what really knocked it out of the park for me was the surprise sex appeal of this fragrance. There's something about it that just smells sexy. Everyone in the household who tried it on said that they felt sexier while wearing this fragrance. And I think the sexy element to it is honestly that leather smell. And leather is not listed as one of the ingredients or it being one of the scents in there. But it is hard to deny. Everyone says that this does smell nice and leathery. This fragrance is also super sexy because it sits close to the skin. Outside of 2 feet away, 4 hours later, no one is going to smell this fragrance on you, which is absolutely what I prefer. I like a subtle scent that invites people to get closer to me in order to completely appreciate what I'm wearing. I don't like to walk in the room and everyone knows what I'm wearing. So this is not overpowering. Again, it's not so faint that that I would consider it a personal fragrance, but this is not beast mode either. Unless you consider longevity to be beast mode. And let me tell you, the longevity on this is crazy. Out of all the Dedcool scents that I've tried, this one is the absolute most long-lasting fragrance. I can go to bed in this, I will wake up the next day, and I can still smell it on my skin. So my guys, if all of that appeals to you, I highly encourage you to go ahead and pick this up now versus waiting. Why, you might ask? Well, because right now Dedcool is having a sale and their entire site is 30% off. So instead of paying $100, you would pay $70 for this scent. Also, since it is limited edition, I don't know how long it will be around. And I know that I'm hyped over this, but y'all, I am not in any way, at least not at this time, affiliated or associated with the team at Dedcool. I've never talked to them. And if you are looking for a comparison fragrance, I'm probably going to butcher the name of this fragrance because it's French. We all know I don't speak French. So it's the number 4 Bois or Bois de Balancourt by Maison Louis Marie. But the top notes on it are sandalwood, cedar. It's also got the vetiver. This one is a little bit spicier and it's not as leathery smelling. It still has a little bit of that leather that kind of lingers, but not like Cosmic Release. This also has nutmeg and cinnamon and amber, just like in Cosmic Release. So if you already have that one and you don't want something that is very similar, you might want to skip out on this one. I do think that I would categorize them as very similar. However, if you just like things in that fragrance family, go ahead. This is your girl. And if you have tried Bois or Bois de Balancourt, and you know what I'm talking about, that one is a little bit more warm. It's a little bit spicier. And I would even say that it's a tad bit more masculine than what you're going to get in Cosmic Release. And although I wouldn't say that these differences are negligible, they are still pretty insignificant. The differences are not huge. We'll just go with that. Differences are not huge. So that's all I have to say about Cosmic Release. Now I want to show you guys what else I picked up at the sale so far. So I got me a red Dakota. I've talked to you guys a lot about this. I've already bought their detergent in this fragrance. So the notes are gardenia, amber, and bergamot. It is so nice. This is one that's a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit more feminine. It just makes my clothes smell really good. Everyone in the household is wanting to use this detergent. And in case I didn't mention before, all of these are considered to be clean at Sephora. So you can buy from Sephora or you could buy from Dedcool. Cosmic Release is only available on Dedcool's site, but the rest of these are available on Sephora. And let me tell you, I'm going to put these to use. So happy I get little travel size to go with me on that vacation that I will not shut up about. In addition, I also picked up Madonna Lily, and I've got me a little travel size of that. So now I have 3 travel size components. So I think I'm set. Super excited. Now with these being at $90, I believe this brought my price down to around $65-ish. It's very late. It's like 3 in the morning, so my math is probably not very good. Also worth noting that Dedcool fragrances are made in the USA, and you know I love that. So guys, now I want to hear from you all. Have you made any new fragrance purchases recently? Have you checked out anything from Dedcool? If you have, what are your favorites from their line? Would you guys like for me to try out any of their other products on the site? I have been eyeing some things. So one of the things that they have, if you guys have ever heard of Poopery, they have their version of Poopery, which is called Poop Drops. I kind of hate that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of hate that it's called Poop Drops. I have an inclination to buy it, but at the same time, I do wonder, would that ruin my favorite fragrances for me? If I smelled it and it was like mixed with poop, would it just turn me off forever? I do wonder that. They also have lip balm available on the site. There's more detergents for me to try. They have air fresheners for your car. They're expanding their line, so if there's something that you want me to try out, please let me know, preferably before the end of the sale, so that I don't have to spend more money than what I need to, but I'm happy to try out any of those things for you guys. So if you did watch all the way to the end, I want to extend a very warm thank you to you. I really do appreciate when you guys choose to spend your free time here with me, and we get to discuss different beauty products, different perfumes, different skincare. Everything that we talk about on this channel, I enjoy discussing with you guys. That is the fun part for me, is getting to have a little kiki with you guys down in the comment section and find out what the hive mind thinks. If you had a fun time here today, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative, any of those things, please don't hesitate to give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in sorrow never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, have a phenomenal rest of your day. Bye.